Don't want you to know I grew up in a home for old people. My father was the administrator, and we have 5 rooms in this home. And every little girl, it was in 1940, I opened the door, and there was my friends, the old people across the street, across the hallway. Hi, Mrs. Liu, I'm going to school now. I want to come home. We'll write everything down with the teacher said in my diary. And I still have that diary. I went back to this home in 1963 to work as a social worker, in my background being psychology. And I learned validation by my mistakes. When an old person would say to me, I wish I was dead, I use sympathy. I know just how you feel. This morning I woke up and I wished I was dead too. But you know what I did? I got myself a nice cup of tea and I felt so much better. Here, old lady. It wasn't an old lady, here's an old lady. Here's a cup of tea, you'll feel so much better. This 90 years old woman, she drank the tea, but she didn't feel better. She had lost a baby long time ago. She never grieved. And now in her old age, she had to cry. The tea didn't help her. She swallowed the tea, she swallowed her emotions, and she stopped talking. Then I tried redirection and diversion. Look, don't worry about dying. It's a beautiful day. Look outside, the sun's shining. We take a little walk, we'll play some music. You love music, and you feel so much better. Well, the old lady, she took a walk. She played the music, but she didn't feel better because she caught the child that died and no one was listening. Then I learned about validation through listening. I found that all the people had a good reason behind what they did, behind their behavior. I learned first the other techniques. People feel sorry for people, they have sympathy. Sympathy, you're objective. Empathy, you feel what that old person feels, even though you're not going through what you're going through. You feel with them, not just for them. And then with empathy, the validation techniques almost always work. The other techniques are a little superficial. So how do you get empathy? First, I have to be honest with myself. I can't stand that old lady. Every day, I want to go home, I want to go home. We're human beings. If I'm following my own emotions, I can never cross the street, the side of the old lady. Too much traffic. So now I have to take my feelings and put them away and then center myself, which is the way of breathing. And you take all your own feelings, will get rid of, and you then like an empty vessel. So you can take in the feelings of that old person. Then I'll learn to rephrase. Rephrasing is exquisite listening. How does that person talk? It is fast, is it slow? What is the pitch? What is the tempo? And then you say what that person has said in a question. Is that as if you're asking, is this what you mean? So if the old lady says to you, I wish dead. Her voice was low. After wish, there was a little pause. I was dead came very fast. So then you ask, you don't want to live anymore? And now I trust you because you really care. That's right. I don't want to live anymore. And you don't say, oh, Naomi, don't cry, everything's fine. It's not so bad. No, it's not fine. I have to cry. And you help me get rid all of my feelings, and then we can take a walk and play music. So you used polarity. Polarity is the extreme, the positive extreme or the negative extreme. In this instance, it's negative because I feel so bad. So you asked, what is the worst thing about being alive that you want to die? Worst things? I can't walk. Oh, I walk so much in my life. And you listen as I cry. Crying is healing. When a person can't cry anymore, the body is all stopped up. When I'm finished crying, you can use reminiscing where you were born, that you walked so much in your life. I was born in the fourth, and my husband and I, we walked with a talk, and now I feel safe with you. And also, you also don't lie to the person. I learned that to lie. Today we learn a therapeutic lie. If an old person says to you, "Mother, mother, mother, don't worry, Naomi. Your mother's right around the corner. She'll be here in a few minutes." Well, I'll sit down because you're telling me my mother's alive and I want her to be alive and I see her with my mind's eyes. But deep down, I know my mother's dead. I buried her. I saw a grave. But I don't want to know that. So I don't quite trust you and I know something's wrong. So you don't have to lie. You rephrase with empathy.